Hello my friends, this is Shrekky, the one-eyed gamer, and we're back once again. We're here today on the Hardcore COD Union channel, and this is my episode of the HCU MasterClass. So basically, if you've not seen any of the HCU MasterClass episodes yet, it's a new series that's going to be on the HCU channel, where HCU members are going to be bringing you their tips and advice to becoming a better and a more beastly hardcore player. So it's a really cool idea. I think it's pulling together a lot of different people who all have different kind of play styles, and they may do certain things differently to others, and that's what I think makes the HCU an extremely versatile channel, and obviously all the people who's a part of it. It brings a wide variety to basically the same game mode. So the gameplay you're watching here is of raid hardcore kill confirmed, and it's bringing to what I'm going to be discussing today, which is hip firing. That's obviously the name of the video, hip firing 101. Just because I am a hip firer, I've always hip fired throughout all of the Call of Duty games. It's just, for me, it's a natural ability. I think I have. It's something I don't have to think about when I'm doing it. I don't have to worry about if I'm going to hit the enemy or not, or if I'm going to miss, or I don't have to worry about getting the kill, because when I hit fire, I feel, while I've got the controller in my hand, I feel very confident at where I'm aiming and what I'm doing. And you see in this video here, I'm hip firing guys at, not just at close range. There's a medium range to it. And a lot of people would aim down sight. So that obviously I'll discuss obviously what I've done in this gameplay. So when bmonstrosity announced what was happening with this masterclass series, I knew immediately that hip firing was going to be the topic that I was going to discuss, just because it's what makes me a unique player. I feel it's what kind of makes me different to a lot of other people, and certainly a lot of games that I play, where I get my high scoring gameplays, hip firing is what gets me, the swarms and dogs and all these types of things. So obviously the map, we're obviously on raid. So the gameplay, right? It's a 60 for 5 game. So really a good high score. Don't go above 10 deaths, which is always a bonus. Running the UAV, the lightning strike, and the stealth chopper. Again, another personal score streak setup that I enjoy using. It's not too high, so it's quite easy to kind of cycle through them relatively quickly, and you can get multiple kind of stealth choppers and things, which I do in this game. I think I got about 4 or 5 stealth choppers in this game. So I checked the stats of the game afterwards, and my score streaks got me 29 kills. So that left, there was 31 kills I got with my gun. And I watched the video back, and throughout those 31 kills, there was only 2 kills within those 31 that I actually aimed down sight to kill an enemy. So there was 29 kills of me just hip firing, and that's what I kind of set out to do. Once I'd heard about the masterclass thing, I was like, right, I'm going to go into a game and I'm going to hip fire. My main intention was actually to make a kind of hip firing kind of montage of me just, different guns and different maps of me hip firing, but I came in, just ran around the map, just kind of enjoying myself, just kind of rushing quite quickly. And I thought, right, any enemy I see, I'm just going to hip fire. I'm just going to do what I feel I can do best, which is hip fire. And obviously this is the gameplay that I got, which is it's probably one of my best gameplays I've got hip firing. It doesn't always work out hip firing, but there are times where you do miss and you get killed. But hip firing gives you such a big advantage over your enemies, because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to think about aiming. You don't have to kind of position yourself into an area to be prepared, what you on where you're going to aim and what kind of target you're going to pick out or whatever, or what kind of gunfight you think you might get into. Is it going to be like a long range kind of sniper battle or something? For me, my playstyle, I like to run into the enemy spawn. I like to get up in their faces, and obviously being, I think I'm relatively good at hip firing. So when I'm up in the enemy spawn, I feel very brave and very confident. So I'm just like, right, you're all gonna die. That's it. There's no question about it. I'm gonna win the gunfight. I'm bursting with confidence. I've got my laser sight on. No, yous are all dead men. So obviously, with all the SMGs I run, I always use the laser sight 9 times out of 10. There's a few guns that I won't particularly use just because I don't find they're as good for hip firing as others. So my top 3 weapons to hip fire with in Black Ops 2, they're all SMGs. So obviously the Skorpion Evo, which I'm using here, the MP7 is really good for hip firing, and also the Vector. I did used to enjoy the PDW for hip firing, but it turned out it wasn't as good. I prefer actually aiming with the PDW for more accuracy. I find that it needs that now that it's been patched, I believe. But you know, the other weapons, like the Peacekeeper and things, there is a slower rate of fire with the Peacekeeper, not by much, but the Peacekeeper again is more of a small scale assault rifle, so you are better to aim with those weapons. So the 3 I've said, obviously Skorpion, MP7 and the Vector, they've all got very good high rates of fire, so you can run into a room and clear the enemies out just by hip firing without much trouble. And you don't really have to worry about reloading, because it's only going to take maybe 3 or 4 or 5 bullets maximum to kill an enemy while hip firing. Obviously, if you're really good at hip firing, which I kind of think I am, I'm relatively accurate when I hip fire, so I can do it in less. I can probably kill 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 enemies before I actually have to reload, depending on what gun I'm using and if I'm using like the extended mags or something like that. So that's the best advice I can give to any kind of new player who's maybe their skill level isn't as great as other people. Hip fire, most definitely. Give it a try. See how you go on. Let me know how you got on. Let everyone know at AC how you got on. Obviously, check out all their videos as well. Try and give everyone's kind of tips and advice a shot. Give it a chance to see how it bodes for you. It might not work for you. It might work for you well. You might not be good at hip firing, so just revert back to what you're doing. But give it a shot. Just try and have fun with it. Don't think about it. Just when you see an enemy, just fire, and you'll win the gunfights. So I've been Shrek, my friends. Like I said before, subscribe to the HCU channel. Check out all the other HCU MasterClass videos. I'm sure all of them are going to be filled with lots of good advice and tips and stuff. So see you next time. Adios amigos. Have a great day, and HCU rules. Bye bye.